Hello, and welcome to the Home Office Management Expert Podcasts. I'm Helene Liatsos, the home-based business expert. I have done a series of podcasts to help you, the listener, start your own home-based business. I hope you like them and that you find them very useful.
This part of the show is Helene's Helpful Hints, and this is where I share various insights and observations about home-based businesses and their owners. I had the chance to meet several new people, and inevitably we get around to talking about what we do. The first young woman I met had a plan. She works in the television industry and has a pretty good mid-level position. She works 14 hours a day and has recently moved to the suburbs for more affordable housing. So she now commutes an hour to an hour and a half in each direction, which makes it over 16 hours a day that she is away from home. She and her husband would like to have children. When I mentioned that working from home might be a good option, she got very adamant about how that would never, ever work. Those were her exact words. Her work is very important, and people must see it immediately so we can get done as quickly as possible. Well, I ventured a comment about modern technology, and she told me that she absolutely would never do it. She plans on working 3 months on and 3 months off, 3 months on and 3 months off, so she will have time for her children. Well, at this point, I didn't know what to say. She wouldn't even look at the possibilities of working from home because it just didn't fit into her plan. She's not open to any options. I know that things change when children come along, and you realize that 16 hours a day working away from home is a long time. So I figured sooner or later she would find out how great it was to work from home. Should I have told her that I know a man who has worked for a mega computer company for over 10 years out of his home? He doesn't have a problem communicating with other people in the company, nor is there any delay in getting his work seen by his colleagues. I guess the difference between these two people is their outlook in life. Which brings me to the second woman I met. She's older, and she's a perfect example of someone who does have a great outlook. She recently widowed and is now just coming out of a difficult time. She is in an exploring mode, as she explained to me. She raised prize-winning horses, has written a book, and is a master gardener. How talented can one person be? She did all of these things from her home. Her current dilemma is finding out what the next chapter in her life will be. She mentioned a few things that she wanted to do, and she was checking these things out. Of course, anything she chose, she would do from home. She strikes me as the type of person who once sets her mind on something, she is not only going to accomplish it, she will excel in it. She doesn't have a preconceived plan set in concrete. She's open to a variety of things, and most of all, she seeks to find a balance in her life. I wish her well. One other example I'd like to give to you about somebody who is not very open about working from home is my nephew-in-law, Dave. We were talking about working at home, and I was telling him about these two young women that I met recently, and he said to me that he could never work at home. But when I looked around his lovely home, I noticed that he worked at the dining room table with his laptop. He had no files. He had no tools. It was just a cell phone and a laptop. And I know a lot of commercials on TV and a lot of ads on paper show someone just working with a laptop and a cell phone, but that's not very realistic. I think if David set up his home office with a desk and a computer and a phone and his files and his tools and his coffee mug and a picture of his wife and his daughter, he would feel more comfortable working at home. So you need to set yourself up physically. Give yourself a place to go to every day in order to run your business. This is just an advice not only to David, but to everyone.
That's our podcast for today. If you want to get all the steps to starting your own home-based business, go to www.thehome-office.com. I offer an online course, a digital DVD, and an ebook, all on the subject of how to start and operate your own home-based business. I'm sure that one of those will be right just for you. Once again, please visit www.thehome-office.com. And remember, my motto is love what you do and the lifestyle will follow.